Hey guys, Andrew from Fishy Business, Columbia, South Carolina. Today we're actually going to do a video on the automatic feeders, specifically the one from Eheim. We've had a lot of people asking about them, why to use them, how to use them, and program them, and that's what we're going to get into today. What is an automatic feeder? It is a programmable device to feed your aquarium at set intervals when you are not able to. Why would you use one? There's a couple different reasons. If you are going to be away from your aquarium on vacation or something, it will feed your fish. And if you have very needy fish that need to be fed multiple times a day, this is the tool that a lot of aquarists use. Today we're specifically looking at the Eheim automatic feeder, and we're going to get into it, see what comes in whenever you purchase one of these. When we open it up, probably not the neatest unboxing video you've ever seen. You have your instructions, your little clips, some Velcro, multiple different ways of mounting it onto the said aquarium. And then if you open this up, that's gonna be our guy, and they even are considerate enough to give us the batteries for it. All right, so now that we got it out of the box, let's start looking at all our pieces. We actually got our little hopper here. That's actually what's going to hold your food. We got a little feed door there so we can select how much or how little we let through there. Got a couple buttons and our LED screen, but it doesn't work until we put our batteries, which this back part opens up. Bear with me. There we go. Then we can see our little motor, our battery diagram in there. So we're going to open up our batteries and install them exactly the way it says. Down there, that way. And then we put that door right back on. And you can see our LED screen has turned on. So now all we have to do is program it and fill it up with food. All right, so now we're gonna get into how to program it. You can see that it's all zeros right now. So we're just gonna press the set button to set the time. And we're gonna press that. And then we're gonna press the center button, which is the plus. And I'll set it to the time that it actually is right now. So it's actually 10. So I'm gonna press mode to get into the minutes. And I'm gonna press the plus sign because it's actually 10:04 right now. And then once I hit that set, it's gonna lock that time in, and that sets the time. So one of the reasons I like the Eheim is because I can program it to feed up to 4 times per day for if I have heavy feeding requirements, and I can also program it to rotate the feeding drum up to 2 times per that feeding if I have a very heavy feed requirement that I need to meet. All right guys, so now I'm going to set our feeding interval. So how I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna press that mode button. You can see the 1 pop up in that corner. I'm gonna set it, and my fish usually get hungry around 8 o'clock. So I'm just pressing that plus button. All right, 8 o'clock, and then I can press the mode button again, and I can even dial it in the minutes, but I'm gonna press the mode button one more time, and you'll see that 1 flashing. And now if I press the plus sign, you'll see that 1 arrow pops up, or I can press it again and I can get the 2 arrows to pop up. That means that the feeding drum's gonna rotate 2 times at 8 o'clock. And if I'm happy with that, I'm just gonna press that set button, and you'll see that it is all set to feed 2 rotations at 8 in the morning. And then I can feed our 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. And you can see, and it verifies that 1 feeding, 2 rotations, and to find out what time, just the mode button is gonna tell me at 8 o'clock. All right, so now we got it all programmed and everything. So now we gotta put our food in our little food hopper, and they make it pretty easy. It comes right off the main unit. You pull open the back of that. I usually like to keep this door shut when I'm filling it, otherwise some can spill out. Just gonna use a nice little pellet food. I find that this goes a long way and helps feed. So you just fill up your hopper. And I usually don't fill it up all the way, just enough to handle the time frame I'm looking for. And then we can adjust that door right there. Plug it right back in. And I normally test it before I put it on the aquarium. And one way to do that, or if you just want to feed your fish whenever you get home, if you press this Eheim button up here, it will actually cause it to do a feeding. So we can see how much food is coming out in that one feeding. Pretty neat. So the only thing we haven't touched on just yet is how do we install this onto our aquarium? There's a couple different ways. A lot of times I will set them actually on the Versa tops or the glass tops on the aquarium with a little opening in the back for the food to go in. But they actually also give you a bracket that I can mount onto there so that we can put it onto a number of different types of aquariums. And then they give you a little bit of Velcro for other maintenances, just so that they don't tip into the aquarium, because they are not waterproof. You don't want to submerge them. But that's why all these mounting options are available to us to fit your needs. So guys, I hope this overview has helped you guys learn how the ins and outs of the Eheim automatic feeder. But one of the best parts is actually seeing it in action. So let's go see if we can feed some fish around here.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. That's one of our first tank tips of the new year. There's going to be a new video here every week for the next 52 weeks of 2023. I did want to mention really quick and just go over, we do stock a lot of other automatic fish feeders. There's a Tetra one that's completely app controlled. There's this one right here by Aquarium Co-op that's really cool and very similar to the Eheim that you just saw in that video. And the XS feeder from Sarah, which is a really cool feeder in that it feeds, there's so many multiple settings. So the Eheim is not the only automatic feeder, but it is one of the most common that we sell here and use in our service accounts, just because of its longevity, its effectivity, and how easy it is to use. So I hope you've enjoyed this. You want to see some new things, some new tank tips, give us some ideas of what you'd like, and we'll be back here next week with another one.